Here's another small plant that was put in by ETAPA maybe 10 to 15 years ago. It was meant for 200 or maybe 300 houses in the surrounding community, but there's maybe twice, maybe 600 houses now connected to this, which is causing problems at this wastewater treatment plant, which is actually a constructed wetland. So here's the water coming in, the inlet. There's a little screen up there. You can actually see some of the water flowing here. It flows into this double chamber tank to separate the solids, but it's not working very well right now according to the operators. A lot of solids are being bypassed and going into the wetland. The wetland has some type of reed that was planted in it. Go down there and see it. Solid separator again, where solids are separated out in one chamber and the effluent goes into the next chamber, and it then discharges into this first constructed wetland. And it's got this reed that was planted in it, but then this low-lying natural vegetation sprang up as well. See a little bit of water welling up here. There's some kind of piping system. Again, there's no plans. Nobody seems to know exactly how these systems are supposed to work. But there is some piping here. Okay, so this is the end of the first wetland chamber. There's a berm here, and there's an interconnection here to the second wetland chamber, like this, but this one's not functioning very well. There's not much distribution of the water in this wetland chamber. It's better. I can show you better on the other side. So this is the end of the second wetland chamber here. You can see that it's pretty dry. There's not much water in this system. You can actually see where cows tromp through the wetland. It's dry enough for them to walk in there, lay down. It looks like you can see that there's just a tremendous amount of manure all around this from the cows close by. Since this is a community system, there's sheep in this enclosure, horses and cows. Since the community donated the land, they have access to put animals in here. So there's an extra load for this treatment system here from not only the municipal, but also agricultural as well. Somehow the water's piped through this underground, and here's the discharge system right here. But there's not very effective treatment. Water doesn't look very high quality at all. Moves through the system pretty rapidly according to the operators, and it's discharged into a little drainage network that eventually flows into one of the major rivers here. But this whole area floods in the winter, which is February, March, April. They call winter. It never freezes, so it gets very cold, but it just rains more. And this low-lying area apparently floods up to this concrete barrier here along the fence. It's never gone into the wetland, back into the wetland, but it floods the discharge point, so it probably doesn't work very well under those conditions. It's a beautiful valley though, really nice valley and high in the Andes Mountains. We're probably over 8,000 feet here, and it's a very nice, beautiful area outside of Cuenca, served by ETAPA. They also have problems with landslides from deforestation in areas. That's another concern in this area. But all of these houses are connected to this little constructed wetland, and it's overloading system.